Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys the Charlotte Tilbury products that I think are 100% worth every single penny. Products that I have so much confidence in. I know that you guys will absolutely love them. Besides that, I will almost be doing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury products, and I will tell you about the flaw in the Charlotte Tilbury line, the product that I just despise, you know? So if you guys are excited for this video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. And just with that said, let's go ahead and get started. I have a list of 10 Charlotte Tilbury products that I think are worth every single penny. Of course, I will differentiate the products that I think are worth every penny from the ones that I just like, and I'll tell you exactly why I put them in the different categories. So down below in the description box of the video, I'm going to leave you links to everything. So if you're interested in shopping any of these products, please use my links. So the first Charlotte Tilbury product I think is worth every penny, and I'm going to be listing them in order of application. I'm not ranking anything. Is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat. This pencil right here actually came out this year. It retails for $25, which I think is kind of like on par with like high-end eyebrow pencil prices. Now there are two main really cool things about this one, which are the main reason that I think it's worth every single penny. Thing number one is performance. I always gel my eyebrows up before I use my eyebrow pencil, and whenever you do that, if you've ever tried, you know, most eyebrow pencils just don't work the same. You have to like go over the area a bunch of times. They're not pigmented enough. They simply like just don't go on your skin when you put the gel down first. And the first thing that caught my attention about this eyebrow pencil is how easy it glides. And it glides just as easily and just as pigmented on top of my clear brow gel. And I mean, just with that, it definitely has my heart. Besides that, it is super natural looking. I have mine in the color Natural Black. Now, the second most important thing about this eyebrow pencil that I absolutely love, and that to me makes it even more worth it, is that Charlotte made it refillable, meaning you pay $25 for your first one. The packaging, by the way, is really nice. It looks like it's going to last you for quite a long while. And then you can simply buy the refills, this little thing right here, for $15 every time. So you only have to spend $25 the one time. The link I'm going to leave you down below I think is an even better deal. You can pay $34 and you can get the eyebrow pencil plus one refill for $34 the first time you buy it, and I think that is definitely the best way to go. Okay, so this right here, in my humble opinion, is worth every single penny. And as soon as I'm finished with the one I'm using, I plan on continuing to buy the refill, because I mean, look at these fabulous eyebrows that it gives me, right? The second product I think is worth every single penny from Charlotte is Charlotte's Magic Cream. I know that this product is extremely hyped up, but it is hyped up for a reason. This is not just a moisturizer, but it also has treatment products for your skin, and it gives you the best base for makeup application. This is a Charlotte Tilbury product that I use regularly. I use it every day. It's part of my daily routine. And as soon as I'm close to finishing it, I immediately have to restock and get another one because I just cannot be without it. The feeling that this moisturizer leaves on my skin is unmatched by any other moisturizer I have ever used. My skin feels silky and soft and hydrated. For serum ingredients, by the way, I haven't worked at the Charlotte Tilbury counter in a while, but let me see if I can remember. It has vitamin C and E, it has peptides, and it's got hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is going to help to hydrate the skin. It's got shea butter to seal in the hydration, and the shea butter I think is one of the things that gives it the beautiful texture that it has. What else? It also has some oils in it, I believe. Not chamomile. Rosehip oil, camellia oil. It has frangipani extract, which helps to soften the skin. That's all I can remember right now. That is most of what is in the magic cream, and this retails for $100. Now the good news is that she's got a new refillable one. I haven't gotten my hands on the refillable one yet because I was stocked up, so I haven't had to buy a new one. Before I tell you about the refillable one, I wanted to say that the reason I think that the magic cream is worth every single penny is because I have run out of it before and not had a replacement for it, and so I've had to switch to a different moisturizer, and nothing ever feels the same to me. Nothing ever feels as good as magic cream does, so for that reason, to me, it is absolutely worth it. It's back to the refillable packaging. It's super cool that it's got refillable packaging now because you're gonna spend $100 the first time you get it, and then the refill is a little bit less. Not a lot less. It is just the packaging that you're not getting, and mainly you pay for magic cream, but you get the refill for $90 versus $100, which, I mean, that's a little something. And I was browsing the Charlotte Tilbury website recently, and I was looking at their holiday sets, and she actually has a kit that comes with a full jar of magic cream, the $100 size, plus the refill for $160, so you're saving $30 in that kit. So that was my second product. Next, I'm applying Charlotte's eye cream, which I actually also really love. Now, this is not one of the products that I think are worth every penny, mainly because I've tried other eye creams that I kind of think that are comparable to this one, so it didn't make the top 10 worth every penny list, but I do love and live by the Charlotte Tilbury eye cream as well. Also comes in the refillable packaging now, which is super fun. Now, product number 3 that I think is worth every single penny is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I think this product is still one of its kind. There are others on the market that have tried to replicate it, but I don't think that they are as good. The Maybelline one, for example, which is a much more affordable version of it, is not as glowy as this one, and I do think that this one, for what I use it for at least, has the perfect level of glowiness. And the other one I tried is the Glow by Auric one, and that one doesn't always work for me. That one works for me if I'm wearing a very thin foundation on top of it, but I can't combine it with any other like thick makeup products because the texture of the Glow by Auric one is on the thicker side. So after much deliberation, I realized that I just don't like that one as much as I like this one, and it is $44, which is kind of like regular high-end price. It's not an exorbitant price tag, and I think it does a really good job of making your face look extremely glowy. Some people wear it by itself and it has a sheer coverage to it. I personally like to wear it as a primer. First of all, it gives me like a very sheer layer on top of my pink cheeks that starts disguising my pink cheeks, which I really like. And then I really like to apply it on the high points of my face, meaning my cheeks, my temples, right here on the sides of my forehead, to really amplify glowiness on those parts of my face, so that when I put my foundation on top, my skin still has that beautiful, youthful glow. So if you haven't tried a Hollywood Flawless Filter, I highly recommend it. And you can even try like the smaller size if you don't want to go for the big one. The big one is definitely more bang for your buck, but if you just want to try it, you can get the smaller one and it will still last you quite a while, because if you use it like I do, you're not going to use that much of it. I've had this one for over a year now and there's still quite a bit of product in there. Charlotte Tilbury product number 4 I'm going to mention, I feel like nobody talks about, and that is Charlotte's Magic Foundation. This right here is actually my favorite foundation that Charlotte Tilbury makes. I like it more than the more popular one, which is the Flawless Foundation by Charlotte. This is shade number 4, by the way. I'm just going to do 3 pumps of it. I think that should be enough. and I'm going to stipple it in with my Rephr number 31 brush. The Magic Foundation retails for $44, which is a really nice high-end price, not astronomical, not a luxury price. And I really love that it has a beautiful natural finish with, I would say, like a medium buildable to full coverage. I love the Rephr number 31 for cream foundation, but unfortunately for liquid I had to switch to my BK Beauty 101 because it is leaving streaks behind, which I don't like and don't have the patience to fix either. Anyways, foundation is blended. I think the main reason that this foundation is not more popular is because for some reason there's something in the formula that just does not work for sponges. I'm not sure why. I've tried it with a bunch of different sponges a bunch of different times, and the sponges just kind of like pick it up from your skin and it makes the foundation not perform its best. However, when you apply it with a brush, it is an absolutely beautiful foundation, worth every penny from the $44 that it retails for. And for me and my dry skin, this is definitely the type of foundation that I tend to gravitate towards the most. Very thin, medium to full coverage, and a natural to glowy finish. Next magical product that is worth every single penny is this right here. This is Charlotte's Magic Corrector. I have mine in color number 2, and this is the best thing for your under eyes ever. I could go for number 1 or number 2. Since I usually put a lighter concealer on top, I like number 2 better for myself. I really wish that she would come out with more shades of this product. I think she definitely needs a shade expansion in it because colors 3 and 4 do work for really deep and dark complexions, but they are kind of a little bit too much sometimes. Anyways, this retails for $32, and not only does it have the best color correction ever, like as you can see, my purpley under eye circles are gone, but also it's got one of the best formulas for under eye ever. It combines beautifully with any concealer you might put on top. I feel like the main issue usually with color correctors is that it transfers, it bleeds up to like the concealer that you're putting on top, and this one does not do that. You can put anything on top of it and you're going to not see it anymore, yet your under eyes are going to look absolutely flawless from all of the color correcting that you did. It's also a very thin under eye product, so it's not going to enhance any lines underneath the delicate eye area. And I'm not going to say it doesn't crease at all, because we all know all under eye products crease, no matter how much they swear that they don't crease, but it does not crease much. And because it's so thin, it's barely visible when it does crease, which is incredible. Another thing totally worth mentioning is because you use so little product, this is going to last you forever. You will not regret spending $32 on that magical little thing. Now, even though Charlotte Tilbury is one of my favorite brands ever, you know, I can't like every single product that she has, and a product that I particularly dislike, I was gonna say hate, but that's a strong word, I really dislike it, is the Charlotte Tilbury concealers. I don't know why they're popular, I don't know why they sell, and people love them. There's some people that legit love the Charlotte Tilbury concealers. To me, they're just so thick. The packaging is a huge inconvenience, and I simply do not like those underneath my eye. I feel like they crease like crazy. They are so thick. They are very pigmented though. We can't say that they're not pigmented. Extremely pigmented. Anyways, so because I highly dislike it so much, I'm not even going to put it on today. I said I was almost going to do a full face of Charlotte. Concealer, I think, is one of those things where I just can't. I can't. So I'm going to use my Full Cover Concealer by YSL, which I love. Alright, I went ahead and finished applying my concealer, and let's go ahead and move on to product number 6. And that is this right over here. This is Charlotte's Hollywood Contour Wand. This is a liquid contour color that I feel like it takes the intimidation out of contouring your face. Up until recently, this was an extremely unique product because, at least to my knowledge, there was nothing else in this category where you would contour with a liquid liquid and it would blend out as seamlessly as this one does. The KVD Mudcon one I think is like a close second, but it is a second. I do prefer this one over the KVD one. Now the KVD does have more shades and it might be less expensive. I got a phone call and I totally lost my train of thought, but basically the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, $38, and it is amazing. And in my opinion, it is totally worth the $38 value. Okay, now that I'm using this one after using the KVD one, I think the formula of this one is just more on the like creamy side, and I really like that better. And it is extremely easy to blend. By the way, I didn't love the number 31 brush from Rephr for the liquid foundation, but I do love it for whenever I use cream foundation, and I've been loving it whenever I apply any liquid or cream contour or blush. I think it does a really excellent job of blending everything out really fast. Check it out, it just looks so freaking natural, and I think I might have done a little bit too much this time, but I just love the shade of it. I used the lighter one of the two. This is something else that I think it could definitely use deeper shades and also more in between shades, but I used the color Fair Medium and I do really like the way that it looks on me. Very natural looking, very easy to use, and absolutely worth every single penny. Let's move on to my 7th product that I think is absolutely worth it, and that is this right over here. This is Charlotte's Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. As you can see by the huge dent I have in this one, it's definitely a Charlotte Tilbury favorite for me. Now, this one pretty much works for all skin types. If you're oily, you can use it. If you're dry, you can use it. However, if you're dry, you have to be a little bit careful with it because this one has such like nice blurring properties to it that it can build up on top of itself and look a little bit too thick. It is extremely easy to control though, and the trick to it is to have an extremely soft brush. This one here is my favorite powder brush. This is the Wayne Goss number 3. The other brush I really love for it is the Rephr number 19 here. It just fits perfect underneath the eye. It's a really nice size for the cheek, and both of these are natural hair Japanese brushes, so they're just going to add the right amount of product on. They're not going to put too much on. And so I'm just going to swirl my brush in there, tap it off a little bit, and I'm going to go right underneath my eye and on the apples of the cheek with it. I lowered the light so I can show you guys my forehead. Hopefully you can see it there. This powder's best properties, in my opinion, is its blurring effect. I feel like it makes your pores look non-existent. It takes away any shine and it leaves your skin looking very natural and airbrushed. I also have it on this cheek and not on this one. See how on this one you can see the texture a little more, and this one is like a nice smooth blur. The only thing you have to remember is that in order for it not to be too much underneath your eyes, you just need to pick up very little product on a very soft brush. Let's make myself even. Okay, the powder has been applied. As you can see, I'm looking really nice and smooth. And product number 8. Yes, product number 8 I wanted to talk about. It's actually the newest product from everything I'm mentioning in this video, and I totally think it's worth every single penny because I am just so obsessed with how it performs and the formula and the blendability and the shade. Just everything about this I live for. So worth every penny in my opinion, even though it is a little bit on the pricey side, and that is this right over here. This is the new Charlotte Tilbury Nude Gasm face palette. I was totally thinking of putting the regular bronzer from Charlotte as part of my list, but you know what? No, this is much better. You don't only get one shade of bronzer, you get 2 shades of bronzer and 2 shades of highlighter. In my case, for my light skin, this color highlight right here I can use as a blush, and it performs really well. I did use my contour wand already because I love it and I have to show you guys. So I'm just going to go for the lighter color today, and with my Rephr number 30 brush, I'm going to just add a little bit more bronzer to my cheeks. Now, whenever I use this one on its own without the contour wand, I start with this shade right here and I work it everywhere where I would apply bronzer. And then I go back with the same brush to the darker color and I just darken it up wherever I need to. Today I'm just going to use the lighter bronzer because I think I'm already overdoing the bronzer. Anyways, love the way that this looks, and it looks very nice and airbrushed as well. I feel like the formula on these bronzer powders is very, very special. They build up so nicely. They just give you such a glorious, beautiful, natural look to your face. It makes me feel like a supermodel. I don't know, you have to try it for yourself. I promise you, zero regrets with this one. And it is a face palette, which usually I feel like a face palette gives you more room for like things that you don't like about it, but this one is just perfect. I'm going to go back to that face palette for the highlighters in a second, but first I want to apply some blush, and this is my Pillow Talk blush right here. Also a really nice product from Charlotte. It didn't make it on my worth every penny list because even though I do love Charlotte's blushes, I feel like I'm trying to mainly mention products that are truly special and that don't have like super close competition. And I feel like, you know, there's a lot of really good blushes on the market. So even though I love Charlotte's blushes, they're not like that special, you know? Back with this beautiful face palette here, I'm actually going to use the Peachy highlighter for like up here. Kind of using it as a blush topper on the high points of my cheek. And then the lighter highlighter right here in my highlighter area. And I really love the highlighter formula that comes in this one. I feel like it's very natural. It still looks really, really glowy, and it doesn't enhance my texture. So this palette is an absolute win-win. I can use every single shade that comes in it. I really love it and I highly, highly recommend it. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to use the Smoky Eyes Are Forever palette. This is part of Charlotte's holiday releases. I've been really, really liking this one. Now, I didn't put any of Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows on my worth every penny list, and there is a very simple reason why. Even though I love Charlotte eyeshadows and I buy them and I review them, I'm a Charlotte Tilbury stan, you know, like I go hard for Charlotte Tilbury products always, but her eyeshadows are pricey. All of Charlotte's eyeshadow quads, which is what she makes the most of, are $54 for 4 shades that, let's face it, they're not that big. They are quite on the smaller size. I like them, I love to review them, love to wear them, love to have them, but I don't think that they're worth every penny, because I mean, if they were like $40, maybe they would be worth every penny for me, but $54 for those 4 tiny eyeshadows doesn't make the list, okay? And then the other size she makes is these bigger ones right here. These I think are a little bit more worth it, but even then they are $75 for 12 eyeshadows, which again is kind of on the higher price. So I feel like with the discount these are worth every penny, but the $75 is also a little bit of a steep price for these, you know? Regardless, I absolutely love them, but there's other eyeshadow brands that perform just as good, like Natasha Denona, that sells bigger palettes for $65. So I think that's the main reason that the eyeshadows are not making the cut for me. I'm going to grab this shade here with my Rephr number 15 and just put it all over my eye. And then I'm going to go into this reddish shade here. And this is going to be my outer corner color, and I'm blending it into my crease. Okay, I'm also putting that reddish shade right underneath my lower lash line, just back and forth with my Rephr number 1 brush. With my Rephr number 2, I'm going into this shade, and I'm going to just put that one all over my eyelid. Love that beautiful shade. And then with a smaller flat brush, I'm grabbing this shade, and that's going to be my inner corner color here. Like I said before, I absolutely love Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows and her formulas. I mean, this eye look was just so simple and effortless to do. And all of her eyeshadows have that really nice sophisticated look, but they're extremely easy to use, which I absolutely love. But I can still totally acknowledge that the prices are a little bit high for them. My ninth product from Charlotte that I do think is totally worth every single penny is actually a product that I think is kind of underrated from her brand, and those are her eyeliners. This one right here is the Walk of No Shame eyeliner, and these pencil eyeliners from her retail for $27. Now, the reason I think that these are worth every single penny, even though they are a little bit pricey for eyeliners, I feel like high-end eyeliners usually run $22 to $25 and these are $27. But the reason that to me they are worth every penny is that they are the softest, most pigmented eyeliners ever, and because they come in a pencil that you have to sharpen, as long as you're keeping the cap on them, you are going to keep them just as soft and as pigmented as they are on the first day for the whole life of the eyeliner pencil. And that is not something you can say with all eyeliner pencils. I feel like the main issue I tend to run across when I have eyeliners for a long period of time is that eyeliners tend to start getting dry and they just stop performing as good as they did when you first bought them. Okay, I'm back with my Walk of No Shame eyeliner fully applied. I even did a wing for you to prove to you that it's super soft to use, and in my opinion, once again, worth every penny, not just because it performs amazingly, but because it'll last you until you're finished with it, which I just don't think we can say for a lot of eyeliners, you know? And I'm back with mascara and lashes on. Let me do some lips. Lip products in general, by the way, I do think are worth it from Charlotte. The lip liners retail for $22, and this right here is the Iconic Nude Lip Liner, which I do think is worth every penny, but I didn't put on my list and I don't know why. So we'll call the lip liners a very honorable mention. This right here is Iconic Nude. I'm just going to put it on my lips. Iconic Nude Lip Liner applied. As you can see by the size of mine, this one is very loved, and it is just the perfect mid-tone brown with a little bit of a pink undertone type of a nude. And for lipstick, I'm going to use one of my favorites. This one here is my favorite peachy nude from Charlotte, and it is the JK Magic lipstick. Lipstick on, and let's move on to my final product that I think is absolutely 100% worth every single penny, and that is Charlotte's setting spray. This setting spray makes your makeup waterproof. It makes it stay all day. It makes it not budge. It doesn't have any alcohol in the formula, which is good because it's not going to dry you out, so it is very dry skin friendly. I have a small little one right here. These retail for $20. I believe the full-size ones retail for $30. There's actually a super cute gift set right now on the Charlotte Tilbury website. I'll link it down below, that I thought was a really good deal, because you get two of these travel size ones. It has the best super fine mist, and it locks your makeup in place for hours and hours and hours and hours on end. I can tell you with all of the confidence in the world that it is my #1 favorite and what I think is the best setting spray on the market, and for that reason it is absolutely worth every single penny. Okay, so that concludes this video. This is my almost full face of Charlotte Tilbury products and the 10 products from Charlotte Tilbury that I think are worth every single penny. Charlotte Tilbury is one of my all-time favorite brands, and while she makes really beautiful eyeshadows, I think the reason why she's my favorite brand is because she can do it all. She can do the moisturizer and the primer and the foundation and the bronzer and the highlighter and the eyeshadow and the setting spray. You know, like, she has a very well-rounded brand, and I am obsessed with a lot of her products. Funny enough, I feel like Pillow Talk is like her most known product and the most talked about, and while I do think is a really nice, beautiful color, none of my staple products from her line are pillow talk themed. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Anyways, I would absolutely love to know what is your all-time favorite Charlotte Tilbury product. Please let me know down in the comment section. If you are interested in any of the Charlotte Tilbury products I mentioned in today's video, please shop the links down in the description box. That is definitely the best way in which you can support my channel, is by shopping through my links. I love you guys so much. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. And if you're new to my channel, please don't leave without subscribing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye!